guys, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to meal prep and how you can actually make it realistic for your own life instead of just doing the boring old like grilled chicken with rice and steamed broccoli every day. So if you'd like to see that, keep watching. You can see I have a number of things going on for my meal prep for the week, and right now I'm just trying to get the rest of my potatoes sliced so I can boil them. I'm starting with 6 potatoes. They're the red potatoes, so they're kind of smaller. I have 6 eggs that I'm gonna hard boil here. And then I will be able to do a whole bunch of stuff this week with them, and I will actually show you what I do with them. So now I'm going to get our chicken ready. Just gonna cut the packaging open. And there are, let's see, there's 3 pieces. They're kind of a little bit frozen still. I'm gonna just take 2 of them, and right away I'm gonna take this 3rd one, and I'm just going to put it in a dish, and we will cook that later in the week. I will get rid of that. So now all I'm going to do with this chicken is just a little bit of salt and pepper. You don't want too much, just enough to give it a little bit of flavor, but you don't want to take over the whole thing with salt and pepper, because then whatever we use it in, like, you still want it to take up that flavor. Then I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, just because I don't want it to dry out. And I will take that and kind of mix it around a little bit just to get the oil kind of all over that side. I'm going to add a little bit more on this side as well. So I just put the water in. So now it's water and oil. I don't know why, I just always bake it this way. I'm going to bake it at 350, and I just bake it until it looks done, and then I check it with a meat thermometer. The only other thing that I'm going to do at this point for our meal prep is put our onion. And I just cut off like the top and the bottom. And then what we need it for this week, I'm going to cut 1 1/2. Obviously, peel off the outside layer, if I can get it, goodness sakes. So this is for our recipe that goes with that chicken that we put away for our next one, the one that we're going to cook later. And then I'm going to peel off this outside layer as well. Alright. I'm going to cut like slivers or whatever you call it. Turn it. Alright, so I have that part done, and now I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And we're going to use this chopped up fine onion for several recipes. And this will save us a lot of time throughout the week.
And if you're one of those that's weird about cutting onion ahead of time, for the things we're going to be using it for, you can actually freeze it if you want. Or if you're like me and you don't care, this will save you a heck of a lot of time. So now with these onions, I'm going to put the half in my onion storage thingy. And then I'm going to take half of the chopped ones and put them in here in this container. And that is about 2 tablespoons of jalapeno chopped up in there. And the rest of this I'm going to put in my container. Now I'm done with that for now. Next, I'm going to chop up tomato. I think I'm going to chop up about 3 tomatoes, and I will let you know when I'm done with that. So I have all the tomatoes chopped up. I'm going to throw the rest of them in there. I'm going to rinse off my cutting board. Now I'm going to mix this up. It's a little full, but this is my salsa, but I'm going to use it later in the week for different things. For one thing, I don't like my guacamole to be just avocados and salt. I like to have tomatoes and onion and jalapeno, which just so happens to be my salsa that I make. So I'll add a little bit of this mixture to my avocado, and then it just makes like the perfect guacamole. So that is done. Now I'm going to take my cabbage. I'm going to take off the first couple layers just because it gets a little bit like wilty. Toss those. Move my stuff out of the way. And so I cut out the whatever you call it thing. And I think I'm going to do just about half. I'm just going to slice this up. And we want this in small pieces, this one. Now what we're going to do with this cabbage, I have a bowl for it. And cabbage, if you're adding a condiment to it, it holds up much better than lettuce would. So I'm going to break this up a little bit so the mayo can kind of penetrate it a little. But anyhow, so it holds it up because it's sturdier, it's thicker. So it doesn't soak up the liquid and the moisture as much. So what I'm going to do, I have that's probably actually like 2 tablespoons or so. I think I'll add a little bit more. So maybe 3 tablespoons to a little less than half of a head of cabbage. And this is just chili powder. And what this is just a slaw. This seems weird. I did not believe it the first time that I was making it, but it's actually really delicious. And the chili powder doesn't quite mix in very well, so you'll get like some bites that are more about the cabbage, some bites that are more about the chili powder. I kind of like it that way, so it's always exciting. Chicken is done. Just pulled it out of the oven. I'm gonna get a piece. And we're just gonna try to shred it. Now, I'm not interested in a fine shred for what we're doing. I like a bigger shred, so I'm leaving it in like kind of chunks, but not too terribly big. So I feel like when you shred it really finely ahead of time, it tends to dry out. But this is not going to do that. Chicken is completely shredded, and we will put that in the fridge. Now our potatoes are done. I'm gonna take and put about half of them in here. Maybe I'll put more. So this is about 2/3 of the potatoes that were left. We're gonna shake them. And you can see that stuff stuck on the bottom. I don't know if that's the starch or what, but what they do, they get all like fluffy. It looks mashed now. It's not. They're still pieces. They just are fluffy. And the other ones we're not going to shake up. And this we will put in the fridge for tomorrow for our meal. So that was meal prep video part 1. I hope you keep your eyes open for part 2 so you can see what I did with all the food that we prepped. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.